Good afternoon and a warm welcome. You're watching CNN News 18. Now we're getting some breaking news on the broadcast at the top of 12, where we are learning that Rahul Gandhi has gone on to take on the RSS chief and his Ram Mandir remark and the statement on independence. Rahul Gandhi has said that Mohan Bhagwat has the audacity to inform the nation every 2 to 3 days that this is what he thinks about the independent movement and the constitution. Rahul further goes on to attack Mohan Bhagwat by saying what he has said yesterday is treason because it is stating that the constitution is invalid and fight against the British was invalid. Rahul further sharpens his attack and claims that Mohan Bhagwat had the audacity to say this publicly. In any other country, he would be arrested and tried.
There are two visions of the self in India in conflict. One is our idea, the idea of the constitution, and the other is the idea of the RSS. Mohan Bhagwat has the audacity to inform the nation every 2 or 3 days what he thinks about the independent movement, what he thinks about the constitution. In fact, what he has said yesterday is treason, because it is stating that the constitution is invalid. It is stating that everything, the fight against the British was invalid, and he has the audacity to say this publicly. In any other country, he would be arrested and tried. That is the fact, right? To say that India did not get independence in 1947 is an insult to every single Indian person. And it's about time we stop listening to this nonsense that these people think they can just keep parroting out and shouting and screaming.
Rahul Gandhi is relentless in his attack against Mohan Bhagwat. Remember, he goes on to claim that what was said by Mohan Bhagwat was not only against India, because he goes on to speak against the constitution and also the independence and freedom struggle of the country. And that is something that amounts to, it's tantamount to treason. This is a direct attack against the RSS chief by Rahul Gandhi. Remember, these were statements that Rahul Gandhi goes on to make, where he is claiming that what Mohan Bhagwat said is purely audacious. This is, of course, he taking out time every 2 to 3 days to speak about what his views are about the Indian independence and also the constitution of the country. And he lambasts Mohan Bhagwat for the remarks that have been made by him. And he also claims that Mohan Bhagwat, the RSS chief, is discounting the independent idea of India and also calling the fight against the British that Indians were a part of completely invalid. My colleague Pallavi Ghosh is with us on the broadcast. Pallavi, a direct attack against Mohan Bhagwat by Rahul Gandhi. Where was he speaking?
Well, Rahul Gandhi was speaking on the day of the inauguration of the new Congress headquarters, which is at 9A Kotla Road. And it was on that occasion where he spoke about that how the Congress party stands for an idea or an ideology which talks about one India, which is not divisive in nature. And as expected, he attacked the RSS as well as the BJP, but particularly more focus was against the RSS. It's that context that he picked up the earlier comment of the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat, where he said that 1947 was not the year in which India got true independence. Now, Rahul Gandhi rebutted by saying that this point of Mr. Mohan Bhagwat is something which is an insult to all the freedom fighters. And then he went on to accuse the RSS of being divisive in nature. He talked about every institution of the country being compromised, and that, there's a lot of courage which is being shown by the congressmen because they are fighting against the ideology. He then wrapped it up also by questioning that Guru Nanak, Shiva, Lord Buddha, all of them belong to an ideology which is akin to that of the Congress. They are the symbols of Congress ideology. Do they anyway reflect the ideology of the RSS? So a very strong attack, as expected, coming in from Rahul Gandhi against the RSS and of course against the BJP as well.
And anything that you're learning, Pallavi, on how the BJP or the RSS for that matter is choosing to back the statements that were made by the RSS chief this Monday, where he claimed that the inauguration of the Ram Mandir at Ayodhya is in fact true independence for India?
Well, Well, as of now, the BJP doesn't engage too much into Rahul Gandhi's attacks on the RSS and the BJP for that matter. But the attacks on the Congress party have begun since morning, especially with the kind of posters coming up demanding that Dr. Manmohan Singh should be the one who the Bhavan should be named after, not the Indira Bhavan. And we know that Rahul Gandhi, for example, is also fighting a defamation case from the RSS. Multiple BJP leaders have also filed a defamation case against Rahul Gandhi for his comments against the RSS and the BJP, where he has accused the RSS of being responsible for the assassination of the Mahatma.
Right. Of course, this is the Congress party sharpening its attack against the RSS, in turn the Bharatiya Janata Party. Pallavi, do you see this kind of an offensive that has been launched by Rahul Gandhi specifically after what had happened when it is about this poster controversy right ahead of the inauguration of the Congress headquarters?
Well, rebuttals on the poster issue has already coming in from the Congress, where the Congress says that the Manmohan Singh family doesn't have an objection to it. It's a needless controversy and politics which is being stoked by the BJP. I think Rahul Gandhi's ideology by now, it's clear to all of us, is going to be where he's going to project the Congress party as one which protects the constitution, which is by, carrying a copy of the constitution whenever he or any of the Congress leaders took oath, and also his Bharat Jodo Yatra. He has very much pitched it as a fight to protect the constitutional principles. He did refer to that also today when he was giving that speech at the Indira Bhavan, that, we travel, we fight for the idea of the constitution because we are the only ones who can do it. And I think it is the core of his political strategy and ideology, that is of Rahul Gandhi, to attack the RSS.
Right. Pallavi, I would request you to stay on with us. Let's once again listen into what Rahul Gandhi said while at the inauguration of the new Congress headquarters at the Indira Bhavan.
There are two visions of the self in India in conflict. One is our idea, the idea of the constitution, and the other is the idea of the RSS. Mohan Bhagwat has the audacity to inform the nation every 2 or 3 days what he thinks about the independence movement, what he thinks about the constitution. In fact, what he has said yesterday is treason, because it is stating that the constitution is invalid. It is stating that everything, the fight against the British was invalid. And he has the audacity to say this publicly. In any other country, he would be arrested and tried. That is the fact, right? To say that India did not get independence in 1947 is an insult to every single Indian person. And it's about time we stop listening to this nonsense that these people think they can just keep parroting out and shouting and screaming.
Let me take this across to Mr. R.P. Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party, who is now with us in the broadcast. Mr. Singh, thank you so much for joining the conversation here on CNN News 18. Any response to the charges that have been levelled against the RSS chief by Rahul Gandhi?
Well, Rahul Gandhi is not aware of the Indian culture. I mean, what Mohan Bhagwat said, that it's a cultural renaissance which has happened after the Ram Temple. I mean, political independence in 1947, no one denies that. But the cultural renaissance happened after the construction of Ram Temple. The cultural, so-called cultural independence happened after the Ram Mandir being constructed after 500 years. So he has to understand the Indian culture first. He is not aware of Indian culture. He doesn't know about ABC of the Indian culture. He is being taught whatever is being taught by his left or NGO friends.
And what about his views on the constitution? Mr. Mohan Bhagwat also said that the constitution was written according to the path that was shown by that particular specific vision, and he was talking about the country getting independence from the British in 1947.
The constitution was written by under the bigger objective of framing, taking all goods of countries worldwide, and so.
Because he specifically says that this comes out of self of the country, but the document was not run according to the spirit and vision of that time. These are Mr. Bhagwat's views.
No, but the spirit was there, but it was altered by the Congress party. And for example, 370 and 35A. And why was it brought from the back door? Why was not it processed through the parliament? The secular and the word was added later on, although India is secular because it is a country which has majority of Hindus here.
Okay. Mr. Singh, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Let me take this back to my colleague Pallavi, who continues to be with us. Pallavi, is this